Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where I have finished helping the people at the mine, though I still need to collect some ox meat before I return to town. And did I see. Ah! There we are, right over here. I thought I saw a cow up here. So I'm gonna hunt for a few more of these and then meet you back at the Ox Clan village, where I hope to have a successful report. Oh, perhaps we may also run into a bull or two. As I was finishing up with collecting the ox meat, I suddenly remembered that I never went to the final patrol point. So I really should go there before I make my final report. Looks like we have some unfriendly Ox Clan members here. Warg riders dare not come to this place. Ooh, they don't? Okie dokie. Well, now we'll go to Gwillem. It is up this way, I believe. Ah, here is the village right over here. Hello there. Oh my goodness gracious, look at how many of these we've got.
I have not seen your kind before.
Your patrol was not fruitless, though the discoveries are not what I had expected. I'm grateful for your efforts. I will review the evidence that you have brought before me, and perhaps we will still learn where these warg riders come from and what their purpose is. In the meantime, and if you are willing, I have more yet for you to do. More yet. Well, I'll have to decide on that matter. Let's see. We've got vitality. Oh, agility. Okay, I guess this will work. I mean, actually, probably not, but I can sell it if I don't need it.
You are welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
The mine was overrun with Boogan, and many of the workers were hurt or killed. I did not at all expect this. Melvin is right. If Prudwin Breher learns that the miners are falling behind, things will indeed go ill for the Turkluth. We will have to mend this situation, you and I. Oh, and in what way?
It is not our custom to trust Devodiad, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
We must make sure the mine is being worked and quickly enough that Prudwin Breher does not notice the disruption. There are a few of the Boer clan miners left in the village who might be convinced to help in the mines for the sake of their people. Dath, Eddar, Galvin, Hadud, and Edwall all dwell within Barnavan. Go to them and tell them of their clan's need. Okay, I will go and deliver that message. Oh, and we also have. Oh, yes.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
The food I prepared. Ah, I am moved, Pinesea, that you would think of the people of the Boer when my own people consider them not more than thralls. I will see that this meat is delivered to the poor families. I hope he does. And the Avank.
The
Oh,
Oak Weirod requires us to give welcome to Devodiad.
so it wasn't an old wives' tale after all? Well, the great Avank was indeed responsible for the disappearance of many of the folk of Barnavan. You have my thanks, Pinesea, for disposing of this problem. Okay, well, I'm glad it wasn't something sacred or anything like that, or I'd be in trouble right now. And finally, something from the Warg
The
Riders.
Oak Weirod requires us to give welcome to Devodiad.
Indeed, that spear seems to be of particular quality, not at all like that of a goblin. Goblins, as you call them, they call them kobloon. Okay, kobloon. or goblins. However, I'm not familiar with these decorations. I will need to study this further. Okay, dokie. Do I really want any more of these things? Let me go and deliver a few messages first before I decide. Alright, I guess I'll just have to go through the various quest rings and...
Drugavar and Kunanun hunt at night.
This cannot be! Motho has perished in that accursed mine! What shall I do now? The Ox Clan pigs will starve my children to death. Perhaps Gwilym will know what to do. Well, maybe. Yeah, she's not happy about that, I can imagine. And here we have Tuffine.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
And here will be a welcome sight. Praise be to the Tukriad for the safe return. Okay, it looks like they're happy that their father's going to be home soon. All right. What do you want, Devoniad? What is this you say? The mine was attacked by Vugan? Of course I'll go at once. Thank you, but I need no escort. Okay. Okay, good. I don't have to have an entire escort quest for this. That's good to know. All right, this looks like another...
Drugavar and Kunanun hunt at night.
Siam was hurt, but he still lives? And then we shall be thankful that worse did not come upon him. We shall prepare for his joyous return. All right. I don't know, I figured that she would just drum a tune of joy or something like that. Here's another miner.
You are welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
The Barnavan mines are overrun by Vugan? How many were hurt? Alas, many good men were lost there. Of course, I will come to aid my people. Nay, I need no escort. I am man enough to take care of myself. Well, that's good to hear. And what about this woman right here?
I have not seen your kind before.
Iago is dead? No, it can't be. How dare you say things like that, Devoniad? But nay, I see in your eyes that it is true. Thank William for his concern and thoughtfulness. All right. Let's see, we got anyone else up here? I have 2 miners and 3, or is it 4 of the women? My brother worked in the mine. Is he well? Berevun? Aye, he is well, you say. I do not wish to bring trouble upon my people, but I have a wife and children. I do not know if I would risk my life in these mines. Well, all right.
The Urquhyrod requires us to give welcome to the Duvoriad.
William lives? Oh, what joyous news! May the blessing of the Tukriad be ever with you. Okay, and that leaves 2 more miners to speak with.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
Well, we've got a wife here who may have a... Vugan? In the mine? I will get my pick at once. Oh, no, nay, you will not. You have a wife and children to look for. Yeah, well, his wife overruled him, okay? And I will not work in those mines if Prudwin Breher himself put a knife in my throat or my children's. There are few enough of the Boar clan left. I would rather die by my own hand than be devoured by Vugan. Well, I think we've got the answers to those. I have delivered the news to the families, and there are only 2 miners that are willing to go in there now.
You are welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
Thank you, Bindsey. You have proven a true friend of the Boar clan once again. There is little that I can do personally for the families of Iago and Motho, For if the Brenine learns of it, my life would be greater risk than it is. But perhaps together we can find a way to aid them. All right, and let's see. Oh well, we'll try this.
Greetings. Will you remain here long?
It should have been expected that not all of them would risk themselves, even for the good of their people. Nevertheless, 3 is better than none. Thank you, Pine-Sea. 3? Let's see. I know that 2 were unwilling to do it, and 1, well, was willing to do it, but, well, we'll see what happens in there eventually. But I think it is time for us to head over to Amland, who is, according to my quest tracker, in this direction. Actually, now I think of it, I don't think the quest tracker is a reliable source for this one, because the terrain won't allow it. How about if I just follow the road, since that at least will get me there without breaking my leg. I think we're getting close to the ranger camp. Ah, yes. There we are. 1 ranger camp. In the middle of hostile territory. Yeah, that's really going to be easily defended, right? Hello, Amlin.
A small band of Rohirrim have come to the Gravenwood.
Well met, Pine-Sea. It is good to see a friendly face. You should speak to Saradin. A small band of Rohirrim has come to the Gravenwood, and he's meeting with their leader. Their camp is off to the east. Okay. When we first came to this place, we stumbled upon the party of Rohirrim scouts, led by Theodred, the king's son. They were attempting to creep behind the Dunlending lines, but unfortunately for them, the Horse Lords are not the most cautious of warriors. We helped them sneak past their enemies and established a camp here in the Gravenwood. Saradin remained with them, believing it to be in our mutual benefit to aid them. Their mission might help us to regain Gwyllian's trail. Okay, you're after Gwyllian. Okay. Oh, I didn't even go through that storyline. Oh well. You should head east at once into the Rohirrim scout camp and join with Saradin. And take this whistle. It is made to sound like the call of a bird not found here. If you sound it, Andrag will come to take you to Saradin. Okay, fine. So aid Andrag with the Eyes of the Forest. And here he is. Indeed, I will set you on your path to Saradin and the Horse Lords, but first, I need your assistance. My mission in the wood is to scout the signs of Gwyllian, the old woman of the mountain. My efforts have proven fruitless as of yet, but perhaps with your aid, that will change. As we journey towards the scout camp, perhaps you can help scout the forest between here and there. If we find signs of Gwyllian's passage, you can then deliver word of it to Saradin. What say you? We will need to stay along the north face of the southern hills of the South Gravenwood for all of the section that I am assigned to scout, and I can only take you so as far as the pass of the Isendale, for I must part ways with you there. Okay, so I need to scout the area along with Andrag. And while returning from the Rohirrim scout camp, I thought I saw a strange form of corruption in the wood, like none that I've ever seen. Unnatural, it seemed to me. Saradin knows more of this sort of corruption than I do. Perhaps you should collect some and journey back to the scout camp and bring it to him? Will you help? Okay, I suppose I can do that. Alright, so it is time for us to head towards... Okay, we have a ring there just because he's the active quest giver, despite the fact that he doesn't actually have a quest for me at the moment. So, I guess we go around this way collecting piles of corruption and all. Oh, there's an orc down there also. Let's go along the path. Water passes for a path here. Oh, what now? Look, can you see them? At the very least, can you hear them? Creban! Crows are vile creatures to begin with, but the Creban of Dunlin have been corrupted by Saruman and act as his spies. We should hunt a few of these wretched birds while we are here in the South Gravenwood, and rid the world of a few more of the wizard spies. Okie dokie, so I am to deal with corruption and deal with wild birds at the same time, and possibly a dog or two, apparently. How about if I... Oh. No quest to kill orcs? Well, that would have been useful to have at this point. Now, do we see any corruption around? No, that's a scar deposit, not corruption. I presume that glowing stuff is the corruption I'm seeking. So let's have a look at it. Well, it looks pretty bad, that's for sure. Piles of oozing corruption in southern Gravenwood. Okay. More corruption. Corrupt dogs. Corrupt goo. I was going to say corrupt orcs, but I think that's part of the definition of an orc, right? So, we'll take care of that. And that. Well, I hope somebody's going to be able to understand what's going on based on this. Because I don't know what it's all about. It looks like debris that has washed from the shore. Except for the minor little problem that we're a pretty long distance from the bay. I think this will give us a nice selection of samples. What do you say? Aye, this should be enough. We should bring this to Seraton as soon as possible. Though I think I really do need... Oh. I guess that's so I could... actually, that's not what I wanted on the tracker. Never mind. Let's see. Now I need to find those Creban that you told me about earlier. It appears our ranger friend has another idea. Orcs are cruel beings. They have left many traps throughout the South Gravenwood, designed to injure and to maim more than to capture. Will you help me to find and disable them? Okay, find some traps. Okay, I will set that as the focus. And speaking of orcs, these creatures bear the markings of the White Hand. What are Saruman's cronies doing here in the South Gravenwood? What do you mean? They're all over the place. I've been encountering them constantly. I believe that it is time to do some orc hunting as well. We've already been killing them. Right. Now you want me to kill 10 orcs. You're not going to count the 5 that we've already encountered, right? Of course not. one orc in Gravenwood. Okay, let's see. Okay, we will head this way. Two orcs in Gravenwood. And we need to occasionally kill a bird at the same time, right? How many dogs I have to kill before you give me a quest for them? You even going after it. Alright, so now, where are these traps? Oh. Here's one right here. Looks strangely familiar. Are there any more of these around? Oh yeah, here's another one. Avonk-jaws. What is it about Avonk-jaws that they like to turn into traps? I guess they're nice and convenient for them. Alright, whatever you do, don't step into the trap. Just remove them. Well, I think I've cleared the area of traps at least. Hey, you've done well. Now the beasts of the wood and the men who journey there will be able to pass without fear of maiming. At least not maiming from traps. Now, I still need to find orcs and birds and deal with them, as well as any troubles they inflict upon me. We are making our way through the birds. Scouted, and we've finished our scouting mission. Good. Anything else you need me to do? Nope. Just get another bird and another orc and I'll be done. You're not going to surprise me with another quest or anything like that? Ah, there is little worse than orcs in the world. They may not be the most powerful creatures of evil, but they are among the most proliferate. Well, yeah, there is that. So that just leaves a couple of birds and we'll be done, right? Ah, and speaking of a couple of birds, perhaps we should have deviated from our mission, but I did not feel that we could afford to take the opportunity, not to take the opportunity to slay the Kraban while they were here. Thank you. You're welcome. I see a tent up ahead, so I presume that I've found the camp in question. It looks like a ranger-style tent rather than one of some of our enemies. Hey.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
I'm glad that it is. Hello there, Saradin.
What have you learned of the Dunlending clans?
Your journey through Dunland for Lubranine is almost at an end, Pinesea. What have you learned of the Dunlending clans? I see. Saruman's influence is greater than we thought. It is good that you sought to help the people that resist him, even if it bears little fruit. This man here is Theodred, the son of the king of Rohan. He has crossed into Dunland with a small party of similar missions to see what is happening in the heart of Dunland. All right. Theodred.
You run errands for folk long sworn to be the enemies of my people.
We meet in dangerous times, Pinesea. You run errands for folk long sworn to be enemies of my people. It's been a long time since the Dunlendings crossed into my father's kingdoms with designs of conquest. Without the urging I fear Saruman is giving to them, they would not have the courage to do so again. The wizard has done my people a great wrong with this, and he must pay for it. My men and I forded the Eisen and came by animal paths into this wood. That is where we encountered Saraden and learned of his mission. We could use your help, if you can spare it. Okay?
We are all ill at ease in this forest, and your ranger friend here is not the reassuring sort.
My men have reported feeling a watchful presence as they walk beneath the trees. I do not like it. I have heard that Saraden can move about unseen by mortal eyes. Could it be that his presence of my many felt? If you oppose the wizard, go to these places and see if you can feel the presence of them as my men do. One of these places is a gnarled tree to the northwest, and the other is a camp of Dunlendings far to the north. Uvel Caldos, between the arms of the mountains. All right. I shall go and check these locations when we return for the next episode of River and Sea.